नीलातुङ्गस्तनगिरितटी सुप्तमुद्बोध्य कृष्णं पारार्थ्यं स्वं श्रुतिशतशिरःसिद्धमध्यापयन्ति स्वोच्छिष्टायां स्रजनिगलितं या बलात्कृत्य भुङ्क्ते गोदा तस्यै नमइदमिदं भूय एवास्तु भूयः अन्नवयल पुदुवैयाण्डाळ அரங்கற்கு பன்னு திருப்பாவை பல்பதியம் இந்நிசையால் பாடிக் கொடுத்தாள் நற்பாமாலை பூமாலை சூடிக் கொடுத்தாளைச் சொல்லு சூடிக் கொடுத்த சுடற்கொடியே தொல்பாவை பாடியருளவல்ல பல்வளையாய் நாடினி வேங்கடவர்க்கென்னை விதியென்னையும் மாத்தம் நாம் கடவா வண்ணமே நல்கு. Out of all the Alvars, the only female Alvar was Andal. Being a girl by nature, her devotion to Bhagavan was much more than that of all the other Alvars. Be it Nammalvar or Tirumangayalvar or Periyalvar, they all had to adopt the persona of a girl or a lady and they had to love Bhagavan. But Andal did not have to do anything artificially. Since she was a female, she was a lady, a girl by birth, her love for Bhagavan found its own way easily, and that is why she is praised to be greater than all the other Alvars. That Andal, wanting to reach Krishna and do service to him, sang 30 songs called Tiruppavai, and now we have reached the last song of Tiruppavai. The first 29 songs were sung by Andal emulating a Gopika Stri. She imagined herself to be a Gopika of Vrindavan and all her friends in Srivillipputtur to be other Gopikas, and she imagined that Vadaveram Koyiludayan Vatapatrashayi of Srivillipputtur was Krishna himself, and that the temple of Vatapatrashayi was the house of Nandagopala, and so on. Imagining thus, she started converting into a cowherdess itself. The Vyakhyatas commentators say that she started walking like an Idechi. She started talking like one of them. She started smelling like a Gopika too. Her body started emanating the smell of curd and butter and ghee. So she really adopted that truly, and she became one with the adopted persona, that her nature itself changed so. In those 29 Pasharams, we have already seen what Andal has done. In the first Pasharam, she celebrated that such an auspicious day has dawned for them to perform the Margazhi Nonbu, and she called all the girls of Aipadi to come join her in reaching Krishna and enjoying and doing service to him. In the second Pasharam, she explained what the Gopikas must do and what they must refrain from doing while they are observing the Vratam. In the third Pasharam, Andal wanted or asked Bhagavan to bless everybody, all the people who had allowed them to perform the Vratam with wealth and prosperity. Then Parjanya Deva, the god of rain, who saw such a big gathering of devotees who are going to go meet Bhagavan Krishna himself, wanted to do some kind of service to them, and so came in front of Andal and asked her for orders. Andal in the fourth Pasharam orders him to give plenty of rain to all the places so that they are all prosperous. Then in the fifth Pasharam, one of the Gopikas raised a question that, are we sure that this Vratam is going to be completed without any obstacles? The Pattabhishekam of Rama, which was planned by Dasharatha and Vashishta and all the other mantris, was itself postponed, it was stopped. We are normal Gopikas, we do not possess much of knowledge or power. So is something that we start going to attain fulfillment, was the question that one of the Gopikas had. For that Andal answered, Mayanai Damodaranai Cheppu, Poyapidayum Puhudaruvan Ninnanavum, Thiyanil Tushahum. Sing the praise of Bhagavan. All your past and future sins will be removed from your path. That is what Andal said in the first 5 Pasharams, which are introductory verses. Then, from the 6th Pasharam to the 15th Pasharam of Tiruppavai, Andal woke up 10 Gopikas in the place of Bhagavatas. Pillai, Peipenne, Kodugalamudaya Pavai, Maman Mahale, Chuvargam Puhunna Ammanai, Kovalardham Porkodiye, Narchelvan Tangai, Podarik Kanninai, Navudayai, Ilam Kiliye. These are the names that Andal referred to them by. Now, after calling all these Gopikas, she then went to Nandagopala's house. In the 16th Pashuram, she asked permission from the gatekeeper and the groundskeeper to enter and see Krishna. In the 17th Pashuram, Andal woke up Nandagopala, Yashoda and Balarama. In 18, 19 and 20, she woke up Nappinnai and asked her to be the Purushakara between them and Krishna. Then, from the 21st Pashuram to the 25th Pashuram, she directly woke Krishna up. She asked him for his benevolent Kataksha. She then asked him to walk from his bed to his Simhasana and then inquire why they have come. In the 24th Pashuram, she sang Mangala Shasanam for Bhagavan since he had immediately accepted a request from such meager persons like the Gopikas and Andal. In the 25th Pashuram, she said, you must remove any obstacles in our path and you must also give us what we want. Finally, from the 26th Pashuram to the 29th Pashuram, Andal asked Bhagavan for what she has come. In 26, Male Manivanna, she asked for all the instruments that she needed to perform the Vratam. In 27, Kodare Vellumshir Kovinda, she asked for all the honors that they must get once the Vratam was over. In 28, she performed Sharanagati at the lotus feet of Krishna. In 29, she pleaded to Krishna that she did not want anything else other than eternal service at the feet of Bhagavan, and thus she finished her Pashuram, and just like the Gopikas of Aipadi had performed the Vratam, Andal also emulated the performance of this Vratam. Finally, the 30th Pashuram of Tiruppavai, Andal sings and in her own self, Vangakadal Kadainda Madhavanai Keshavanai, Tingal Tirumahattu Cheyidayar Shenniranji, Anga Parakonda Vattai, Anipuduvai Paingamala Tanteriyal Pattarpiran Kodeshonna, Shanga Tamil Malai Muppadum Tappame Ingi Parishuraipar, Irirandu Malvaraithol Shengan Tirumahattu Chelva Tirumalal, Yengum Tiruvarul Petri Inburuvar. This Pashuram must be separated into 4 portions. The first one, Vangakadal Kadainda Madhavanai Keshavanai, Tingal Tirumahattu Cheyidayar Shenniranji, Angu Apparakonda Vatrai. This portion talks about the Gopikas of Vrindavan performing the Margadi Nonbu. Vangakadal, the Parkadal, the milk ocean that Bhagavan churned, had a lot of boats in it. So Vangam means boat. Vangakadal Kadainda, Bhagavan churned that milky ocean, and Madhavan, he got Mahalakshmi Tayar herself out of it. She came from the milky ocean and sat on his chest. So Vangakadal Kadainda, Madhavan, he is the consort or the husband of Mahalakshmi Tayar. Madhavanai, Keshavanai, he is also the one who destroyed the Asura called Keshi that Kamsa had sent to kill him. So first he came to the rescue of all the Devas when they wanted to get Amritam from the Milky Ocean. So he is very much approachable. He is a simple Sulabha person. Then he also has Mahalakshmi with him. So even if we have performed a lot of sins, she is there with him to make him forgive all of them. Then finally, he has the ability to remove all obstacles in our path, just like he killed the Asura Keshi. Vangakadal Kadainda Madhavanai, Keshavanai, Tingal Tirumahattu Cheyidayar. All the girls of Vrindavan have faces like the moon. They are very pleasing. They are very cooling to us. Tingal means moon. Tingal Tirumahattu Cheyidayar. They are wearing a lot of ornaments. Andal already said, Padahame tu Shudahame Tolvalaye Tode Shavipuve Padahame Yen Ranaya Palhalanum Yamanivom. So all of these girls have bedecked themselves with a lot of ornaments. And then Cheyidayar Shendru Iranji. They went to Krishna, they pleaded with him, Angu Apparakonda Vatrai. In Vrindavan, once upon a time in Dwapara Yuga, they went and pleaded to Krishna, performed Sharanagati and got what they wanted. They wanted to reach him as their husband and they wanted to do service to him. Apparai, that Purushartha that they attained. Apparai Konda Atrai. Now the method or the procedure in which they went and attained this Purushartha, that method, Atrai. Anipuduvai Paingamala Tanteriyal Pattarpiran Kodeshonna Shangat Tamil Malai Muppadum. This is the next part. So the Gopikas actually performed the Vrata. Andal did not perform the nonbu. She only emulated it. So, Appare Konda Artrai, Ani Puduvai, SriVilliputtur is like an ornament for the whole world. Ani Puduvai, Paim Kamala Tan Theriyal. Periyalvar is wearing a garland made of fresh lotuses. Paim Kamalam. Paim means freshness. Kamalam is lotus. Tan Theriyal, it is also very cool. So, he is wearing a garland of lotuses that is very cool. It is very cold and it is also very fresh. Painkamala Tanteriyal Pattarpiran Kodai. I am the daughter of such Periyalvar. Pattarpiran Kodai Sonna Sangat Tamil Malai. Andal did not observe the nonbu. She emulated. She only did Anukara, and that Anukara which was in her heart poured out in the form of Pasurams. Anipuduvai Paingamala Tanteriyal Pattarpiran Kodai Sonna Sangat Tamil Malai Muppadu. It is a garland of Tamil Pasurams and it should be enjoyed by people in great gatherings. Sangam means a great crowd. Sangat Tamil Malai, it should be enjoyed not alone but with a lot of people with us. Sangat Tamil Malai, Muppadum Tappame Ingi Purusaraipar. We should not see Muppadum Tappame. It seems that all the 30 songs are wrong. That is not what Andal says. Muppadum Tappame Ingi Purusaraipar. You must not leave out any one song also. So if you have left out any of the previous videos, please go back to them and listen to them again. Andal says, Muppadum Tappame Ingu Ippari Shuraippar. You must say these Pasurams along with their meaning in the same kramam as I have sung them. Ipparishu, this method or this form that I have sung them in. Ipparishu Uraipar, the people who chant these Pasurams. So there are 3 people now. The Gopikas of Vrindavan in Dwapara Yuga who did the Vratam. Then Andal in SriVilliputtur in Kali Yuga who emulated the Gopikas, did Anukara and sang Tiruppavai. Then the third party here is people like us who did not perform Vrata, who did not emulate the Gopikas also, but we are learning and chanting Tiruppavai. So Andal says, Muppadum Tappame Ingi Parichuraipar, Eerirandu Malvaraithol. Bhagavan has 4 shoulders like mountains. Eerirandu, 2 into 2 is 4. Malvarai, they are like great mountains. Malvaraithol, Shemkan Tirumohattu Chelvat Tirumalal. He has lotus like eyes and he has a lot of wealth. Shelvat Tirumal, since he is the consort of Mahalakshmi. Thiru means Mahalakshmi. Tirumal, he is one who is stupid or he is so devoted or madly in love with Mahalakshmi. Tirumal, and so he possesses a lot of wealth also. Shengan Tirumohattu Chelvat Tirumalal Yengum Tiruvarul Petru Inburuvar. They will get the blessings of both Mahalakshmi and Bhagavan always wherever they are and they will be happy. So Andal says, the Gopikas who performed the Vrata, I Andal who emulated and sang Tiruppavai, you all who are just chanting Tiruppavai, the fruit that we get, the result that we get is the same. Shengan Tirumohattu, Shelvat Tirumalal, Yengum Tiruvarul Petru Inburuvar. The result or Krishna's compassion, Krishna's anugraham to all of us is the same. To explain this, Parashara Bhattar, who was the son of Kurattalvan, used to say, Narkannukku irangum dhenu, Torkannukkum iranguma pole. Suppose there is a cow that had given birth to a calf, but due to some unforeseen things, unfortunate circumstances, the calf died. Now, the cow wants to give milk to its child. It has a lot of milk, but it is not able to give, there is no child to give to. If it does not give the milk out, it does not pour out the milk, then it is going to be affected in its health. So, what the cowherds usually do is, they take some hay, stuff it around and stuff it inside a bag made of some skin, and then Torkandru, they make a toy that appears like a calf, and they go and keep this calf in front of the cow. The cow thinks that its own calf has come again and it starts pouring the milk and gives it for all the people to drink. Now, this is not something wrong. We did not kill the calf. We are doing it so that the cow does not have much pain. So, in such case, the calf is just a replacement for the original calf. It is a tol kandru. We take skin and keep some hay into it, stack hay into it and make something that resembles the calf. Now, the cow does not differentiate between its own calf and this thing made of hay. It imagines that since the skin of its calf is there, the calf itself must have come, and so it starts giving all the milk. Similarly, Andal had true devotion. The skin that Andal had was Tiruppavai. Now, if we take that Tiruppavai, Andal has already gone to Sri Vaikuntham. Today, we don't have the devotion of Andal or the Gopikas for that matter. What we can do is, we take that Tiruppavai and wear it around like a skin. Now, Bhagavan will think, since we are chanting Tiruppavai, Andal herself has come again and she is chanting Tiruppavai. And so, he will shower the same blessings and the same anugraham that he gave to Andal to each and every one of us. He will not differentiate. He will see Tiruppavai and think that it is Andal who has come singing Tiruppavai and bless all of us. So this is what Parashara Bhattar used to say. So whatever be the method in which you want to reach Bhagavan, you can actually perform a vrata, or you can emulate a vrata, or I do not have all that power. I can learn the Tiruppavai Divya Prabandham and chant it every day. It is kept as a Nityanusandhana Grantha. All of us need to learn Tiruppavai and chant it every day. So this Tiruppavai, Andal sang this, and then finally once Sri Ranganatha got word that Andal wanted to marry him, he sent word to Periyalvar to bring Andal to Srirangam immediately. He sent his palanquin, all the parikara that he has, and with great respect and honor, Andal was taken to Srirangam. There she carried the garland in her hands and walked into the Garbhagriha, and there Periyalvar says, Urumahal thanne udayen, ulaham nirainda puhadal, Tirumahal pola valarthen, Shengalmal dan kondu ponan. I had one daughter. I raised her like she was equal to Sri Mahalakshmi herself, and Shengalmal kondu ponan. Bhagavan took her away. So just like Janaka married off Sita to Rama, Periyalvar said, Iyam Goda Mamasuta. Janaka said, Iyam Sita Mamasuta Sahajarma Charichava Pratichayenam Bhadram Te Panim Grinhishwa Panina. Sita only married Rama. Andal married Ranganatha, who was the one Rama did service to. This Ranganatha who is lying in Srirangam today was originally when in Ayodhya when Rama lived here, and Rama was the Archaka. He performed puja to this Ranganatha. So Sita only married the Archaka. Andal married the Archya, the one to whom puja was done by Rama. So Sita is much greater than, so Andal is much greater than Sita in these respects. So Periyalvar said, Iyam Goda Mamasuta. She is Goda. Sahadharma Charitava. She will walk along with you on the path of Dharma. If you forget Dharma, she will inform what Dharma is to you. When Krishna slept, Ya Balatkritya Bhungte Shrutishata Shirasiddham Adhyapayanti. She informed Bhagavan of her Adimaittanam, of her servantness, that she is a servant of Bhagavan, and she forcefully got him to accept the service that she does. So then finally Periyalvar married off Andal, and the two parties started discussing who was greater, whether Ranganatha is greater or whether Andal is greater. The people of Srirangam said, Nambiyai Kanum Dorum Nangaika Ayiranayanam Vandum. To see Ranganatha, Andal cannot have two eyes. She should get thousands of eyes so that she can see Ranganatha itself. So Ranganatha is so beautiful. That is what the people of Srirangam said. The people of Srivilliputturu said, that might be true. Andal needs 1,000 eyes to see or behold the beauty of Ranganatha. But Andal is so beautiful and she is so supreme that to see Andal for 1 minute, Bhagavan needs 1,000 eyes. Once that minute is over, those 1,000 eyes go waste. He has to get another 1,000 eyes, and only then he can see Andal for the next minute. Kombenai Kanum Dorum Kurishukkum Annadheyam. So these two parties had such a wonderful conversation between them, and finally Andal walked into the Garbhagriha. She touched the feet of Bhagavan and immediately disappeared there. That is the story of Andal. She was born here. Inno Tiruvadipuram Yamakkahavanno Ingandal Avatarittal Kunnada Valvana Vaihunda Vanpohan Thanne Ihalndu Alvar Tirumahalarai. She left Sri Vaikuntham. She was born in this world so that each and every one of us could be saved. And today, out of that anugraham of Andal, Bhumi Piratiyar and Bhagavan, we are all gathered and we are celebrating Tiruppavai in such a manner. So we must all thank Alvars. We must thank Andal for singing such a great Prabandham. We should thank all the commentators. Sri Periyavachan Pillai has written Moovairappadi. Alagiya Manavala Perumal Nayanar has written Aarairappadi. There are many more Vyakhyanams also. I Jananyacharya has written Eerairappadi and Nalairappadi. There are a lot of Swapadesha Vyakhyanams also. So we must thank all our preceptors for the great help that they have done for us. And I must also thank all my gurus and acharyas who have showered all these meanings to me, so that I am such a person today, capable of sharing a few thoughts with all of you. And finally, I thank all of you for listening to this series, which is new. I am not so well versed in all the Shastrams, but all of you have respected and attended this series for this long. I thank you all. I pay homage to the porumai that all of you have had. And finally, Srimatyai Vishnu Chittarya Manonandana Hetave Nandanandana Sundaryai Godayai Nityamangalam.